Betty Bird and Her Sparkling White Egg, written and illustrated by fourth grade students of Wright Elementary, Tallulah, Louisiana, in Madison Parish. In the spring of 2004, Betty Bird laid a beautiful sparkling white egg. Since this was her one and only egg, Betty Bird was a very proud bird. Betty Bird was a smart, gentle raven. Her shiny feathers were black as night. She had a yellow breast that was as bright as the sun and a yellow beak that was as sharp as a tack. Betty Bird lived in a very soft nest made of twigs, pine straw, cotton, and string. Her nest was on a sturdy limb in a strong, tall oak tree. The old oak tree stood next to a beautiful blue pond filled with water that glistened in the sun. One sunny day, Betty Bird flew out to search for food, leaving her one and only egg sparkling in the sun. While she was away, a sudden spring rainstorm blew across the land. A strong gust of wind blew Betty Bird's egg completely out of the nest. Luckily, the egg did not break because it fell into a bush that was as soft as a cloud. When Betty Bird returned and found her nest empty, she was very sad. She heard Rabbit yell, Mom Bird, your egg is in the bush." Betty Bird quickly flew down, and she tried to lift the egg with her wings. Unfortunately, her wings were not strong enough to lift the egg. Rabbit said, Mom Bird, I cannot help you get your egg back in the nest because I cannot climb the tree." Next, Squirrel came along and said, Mom Bird, I cannot get your egg back in the nest because I might drop it." Then Bobcat said, Mom Bird, I cannot get your egg in the nest because I might eat it." Suddenly, out of the pond jumped a rough-scaled green alligator, shouting, Mom Bird, why don't you build your nest around the egg in the bush?" Squirrel quickly scurried up the tree. He began to pull the nest apart, and he threw the pieces to Rabbit on the ground. Betty Bird and Rabbit caught the pieces of the nest, and they quickly rebuilt the nest around the egg. Thanking Rabbit and Squirrel, Betty Bird hopped into her soft, comfortable nest and sat on her one and only egg. Happily, Betty Bird sang out for all to hear, "If you can't bring your egg to the nest, bring your nest to the egg." The end.